could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford want to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. So you know what I'm saying? I'm with it. So I'll be going for good. If he fight Canelo.
You got Crawford over Bud? I mean, you got Crawford over Canelo? Sorry.
I'll be going for it.
Crawford.
You gonna stand on that all the way to September 13th?
I love Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo by decision.
Canelo. But Bud is one of the best adjusters in the game. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's going to affect the.
Errol Spence and StephenASmith have both shared their thoughts on the highly anticipated showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Spence praised Crawford's decision to move up in weight, calling it a clear sign that he understands his own limits while still pushing to achieve greatness. He described the move as both bold and admirable, expressing full support for Crawford as he takes on such a significant challenge. Meanwhile, StephenASmith didn't hold back, confidently predicting that Crawford will come out victorious against Canelo.
The Crawford Canelo, I mean, is this something that you could honestly think that should happen? There's weight classes for a reason.
I mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford want to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. So you know what I'm saying? I'm with it. So I'll be going for good. If he fight Canelo.
You got Crawford over Bud? I mean, you got Crawford over Canelo? Sorry.
I'll be going for him. I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's gonna win or lose, but I definitely be on Crawford. I think if anybody can pull out, he can pull out. But he's chasing greatness, so why not?
But don't you think maybe it's just he's reaching a little bit more than, or I guess biting more than he can chew, because it's.
Canelo came up to 175 and now they fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, he started with 147. So, I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
StephenASmith emphasized that Terence Crawford's tactics and skill set are far superior to those of Canelo Alvarez's recent opponents. He pointed out Crawford's exceptional adaptability in the ring and his ability to make adjustments under pressure. Smith made it clear that he has no doubts about the outcome and will stand firmly by his prediction of a Crawford victory, right up until Fight Night on September 13th.
You got a love for boxing.
Yes, love boxing.
Who gonna win the fight, man? That's coming up, the biggest
Crawford.
fight in boxing.
Crawford.
Huh?
Crawford. I'm not hesitating. Crawford. I'm not even hesitating. Crawford.
You gonna stand on that all the way to September 13th?
I love Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo. Crawford will beat Canelo by decision. I can't see anybody knocking out Canelo Alvarez. But I do believe that if you can box and you can move, that you can beat Canelo. You can outpoint him.
That's right.
When I think about Canelo, one of the things that I don't like about Canelo, despite his greatness, and a neck as wide as Broadway for crying out loud,
Right.
It's like almost every shot has to be a power shot.
It's a power shot, yeah.
That's not beating Crawford. Gervonta Davis's trainer, Cal, I think he said this. He said Crawford could find himself in trouble if he decides to engage.
The buzz surrounding Terence Crawford's decision to move up in weight to face Canelo Alvarez often brings Errol Spence into the conversation. Many fans point to Crawford's dominant victory over Spence as proof that he's ready for another major challenge. However, seasoned observers are quick to remind everyone that Canelo is an entirely different kind of opponent. While Spence was strong and accomplished, his style was more straightforward and less versatile. In contrast, Canelo brings heavier hands, a sturdier frame, and a wealth of experience fighting and beating larger opponents.
Because Canelo is the naturally bigger, strong fighter. And I don't care that Crawford's gotten bigger, and I don't care that Crawford's going to go in there just as big as Canelo. Canelo is accustomed to fighting at the weight, and Crawford is not. And Canelo is a genius in this regard. You don't see him show up for fights not ready. He's always ready.
Always prepared.
He's always ready. He's always
that.
prepared. So I think he's the slower fighter, though. And I think that Crawford is brilliant as a boxer. And I think that between switching to conventional and southpaw, using his jab and movement, I think that Crawford is going to outpoint Canelo because he's faster. But
Comparing Errol Spence to Canelo Alvarez can be misleading, as the two fighters compete in different weight classes and possess distinct skill sets. Showbiz emphasizes that while Terence Crawford's dominant win over Spence was undeniably impressive, it doesn't guarantee he'll achieve the same result against Canelo. The Mexican superstar has already proven himself against a long list of elite opponents, and he presents Crawford with a new set of challenges that Spence never posed. That's what makes this upcoming bout so compelling. It's not a continuation of the Spence-Crawford rivalry, but an entirely new test for Crawford.
Thought Spence would destroy Canelo. That's why they linked Crawford would do what he did to Spence. He would do to Canelo. And the funny thing is, how many of you guys you just remember me saying Canelo will whoop Spence's ass? I was like, that shit wouldn't even be close. And the dumb shit is, they think that Spence is similar to Canelo. I ain't never seen two fighters more different than Spence and Canelo. But Spence worked behind the jab. Canelo, not so much. Spence is southpaw. Canelo, not at all. Spence had a textbook defense. You was sideways. Canelo, more forward with the earmuffs, with the catch and shoot. Spence, hardly any head movement. He blocked and he breaks you down like a tank. Canelo, from waist up, his head movements is incredible. I never seen fighters more.
Zab Judah shared his thoughts on Canelo Alvarez bringing Jaron Boots Ennis into camp as a sparring partner. Judah believes the move will offer Canelo valuable preparation, as Ennis is one of the most dynamic fighters in the welterweight division. Sparring with Ennis allows Canelo to get a feel for the kind of speed, footwork, and fluid movement that Terence Crawford brings to the ring. However, Judah made an important distinction. While Ennis brings explosiveness, rapid combinations, and an aggressive style, Crawford operates with a more calculated, unpredictable rhythm that sets him apart.
Crawford knocking Canelo out. If Canelo lets Crawford get away with boxing, he may have a shot. If Canelo comes in there and boxes and cut the ring, Canelo has a chance of knocking Crawford out.
What?
Yeah.
You said Canelo got a shot at knocking Crawford out?
I think he does.
Wow.
Remember, Crawford coming up for 135. And I don't know if y'all remember when he fought Gamboa. Gamboa rocked him a little bit too. And we talking about Canelo Alvarez.
That was a long time ago. If we gonna do that, Canelo got rocked by Jose Miguel Cotto.
I didn't know that. But on the real, Canelo has faced a bigger opposition. He's faced a bigger and a harder punchers. Who has Crawford faced that's a big puncher? Canelo's taking more hard punches than Crawford. The tail of the tape is going to be if Crawford can take the power from Canelo and can Canelo box with Crawford and potentially hurt him.
Crawford switches stances with ease, controls distance with precision, and lures opponents into well-timed traps. According to Zab Judah, while Canelo will certainly benefit from testing himself against a talent like Ennis, it doesn't mean he'll be fully prepared for Crawford's more cerebral, tactical style. In other words, the sparring sessions may sharpen Canelo's timing and awareness, but they can't fully replicate the complex puzzle Crawford presents in a live fight. Judah's remarks highlight a key truth in boxing. Sparring partners offer valuable insight, but there's no substitute for facing the real opponent under the bright lights and pressure of fight night.
It makes a difference in being able to see a lot more punches coming at you, a bigger guy throwing a lot more, sharper and volume of punches. Yeah, that makes it a little difference. But, still Crawford is still a different technical fighter than Boots is. You know what I'm saying? He's a different kind of technician. You know what I'm saying? He's more of a right there, in your face, take away and counter, lock up, counter. You know what I'm saying? Which Boots is far out of there, out of there, out of there, boom, 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 out of there. You know what I'm saying? A different kind of fight.
Oscar de la Hoya offered a balanced perspective on the upcoming matchup. He recalled Terence Crawford's earlier career bout against Yuriorkis Gamboa, where Crawford was pushed and tested, highlighting that even elite fighters can struggle against smaller, skilled opponents. De La Hoya suggested that if Crawford faced difficulty there, stepping in against someone like Canelo, who is bigger, stronger, and more powerful, could present an even greater challenge. However, De La Hoya was careful not to downplay Crawford's abilities. He acknowledged Crawford as one of the most technically sound fighters in boxing today, praising his exceptional timing, sharp counterpunching, and tactical adaptability.
It makes a lot of sense that they work with him, but you know what I'm saying? Will it make a difference in the fight? I don't know. I just think that it'll get Canelo more used to younger guys, faster hands,
you know what I'm saying, coming at him like that. Is he still going to be able to deal with the different technical moves that Crawford is going to do to him?
What makes the fight so compelling, according to De La Hoya, is the clash between Canelo's size and power versus Crawford's skill and ring intelligence. He admits it's extremely difficult to predict the outcome when these two meet in the ring, as both bring strengths that could ultimately decide the fight. De La Hoya's uncertainty highlights the high stakes and unpredictability that have captivated the boxing world's attention.
Do you feel that Terence has a shot in beating Canelo Alvarez?
That's the $1 million question. When I watched Terence Crawford get rattled and rocked by Yorkis Gamboa, who's a natural 30-pounder, that to me is going to be a huge problem when he gets hit by Canelo. So he fights at 175. He's fighting these big monsters. Right. Yeah. He's not getting rattled at all. Right. No. Berlanga's a big kid. Right. Yeah. So it makes me think, I mean, how is Crawford going to keep him away for 12 rounds? Canelo's going to come at him hard. Right. But then again, I think about Crawford's abilities and his IQ.